Hi, welcome to Keeping Up with Dominic. Today's episode is going to be a little different, aka my experience at the Nicki Minaj VMAs, and it's not that good. So please, I'm not disrespecting her. I'm a fan. If I wasn't a fan, I wouldn't have signed up to go. This is just my experience. So, exactly on August 14th, Nicki Minaj posted this. If it shows it backwards, it says, "Surprise, I'm doing a private show in NYC on August 19th. You won't want to miss it. Get your free tickets here." So when you click on the link, it takes you to a One Iota app. And I've used One Iota before. I've been to YouTube Brandcast. I went to Wild 'N Out, TRL. So they have a lot to do with MTV. But if you don't believe that I went, here is my history. I did go, and if you did go, you got a wristband that looked like this. Alright, so basically, here's where the ranting begins. So, when you got tickets, it stated that your arrival time was 9 o'clock. But when we found out we got tickets, first we didn't know where we were going. We were supposed to get it the day before, and then they made it the day of, and I had to work, so yes, I choose to go to work, and I was going to go afterward. I was off the next day. It's whatever. So we finally get the location a little after 10 in the morning, and so I call my friend to make sure that she was good to go, and we leave for New York around 6 o'clock to get there around 7:30 because I've never taken the subway by myself before, so this was the first time. So we get to the location without getting lost. Pretty easy to find. The lineup, the check-in, you check your ticket and they check your ID, and you just go online, they put a wristband on. But what they didn't tell anybody, although it was in the email, they locked our phones up. So basically they've done this before when I went to the Star is Born with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. They put your phone in a pouch so that you don't record or take video, because it was recorded for the VMAs the day before and they didn't want anything to leak because it's supposed to be live television. So the app said that the check-in was from 9 p.m. until 10 p.m. So there's 3 lines. So there's the lines that people that got there really, really early. The second line, which is what the line I was in, and then there was a third line for that people that were just general, or they came late. So in the process of waiting in line, we were in line for about 2.5 hours. So from like 8:30, and mind you, people were in line for hours before that. So I was in line from 8:30 until approximately 10:30, almost 11 o'clock. Now, in that time, we're behind these barricades, and so within that time, we had not one but 2 people pass out. They were dehydrated, and it was very claustrophobic, so that could have had something to do with it. So the first girl that passed out, she was just severely dehydrated. She drank water, and then what happened? She projectile vomited everywhere. The other girl that passed out was more severe, where her heart rate was so low, they had to call an ambulance and they had to give her oxygen. But within this time, the One Iota people, no one could get to the girls because of the barricades or the barriers. And the ambulance, when they came, they couldn't even get to the girl, where we had to physically lift up the girl to put her onto the stretcher. It was just a mess. It was very, and then without our phones, we can't even call for help for anybody. It was just a complete mess. So after all this happens, we finally get let in to the train station that I just got out of to walk. If I knew it was at the train station, I would have just stayed there. So we go through security, and then we are let into this the space where there's the stage, which basically looked like a mall performance. Like, back in the day when you would have like a celebrity do a concert in a mall. Well, that's basically what it looked like. And so when I was outside, I asked one of the guys, like, hey, what time does this start? Because I'm from New Jersey, and the last train leaves at 1:15. Like, I need to make sure that I take the subway back to the train station so I could get home without waiting for the next day to take a train, because that would be bad. And the guy goes, oh, well, I've worked with her before. She's going to go on stage. It says 10:30, but knowing her, she'll go on at 11. You guys are supposed to get an hour-long show, and it should end by 12. And I was like, all right, good. We're all set. Then 11 o'clock goes by. We're still not in the building. We literally got in the building around 11:15, everybody. And then we're just in a pile, you know, like a regular journal admission. And then she wasn't even there yet. She was not there, because we saw all the dancers walking in when we were already standing there for hours. Okay, without no water, without anything. So, what happens? Nicki doesn't even come on stage until 10 o'clock. Or not 10, I'm sorry, I wish. She doesn't come on stage until midnight, 12 o'clock in the morning. Okay, by this time, I'm like, oh my God, like my train leaves in an hour, like I need to go. So she does her little melody, and if no one believes that I went, the original VMA performance was supposed to be Majesty, Barbie Dreams, Ganja Burns, then Fifi. So that's how you know I went. And so after she did Fifi for the first time, then she goes, all right, you think we should do it again, you guys? After she said that, 30 minutes go by, and she's still not out, to the point where I said, you know what, I have to leave. So I don't know if there was a full performance. I doubt it, okay? And then, to make matters worse, we had people fake fainting inside so they could get up to the front. Then we had One Iota chucking water bottles at everybody, to the point where water bottles were exploding over people's heads. People were fighting over water bottles. It was so bad. I can't. Now, I don't know if I should blame One Iota or if I should blame Nicki Minaj. I just know that it wasn't good at all. It wasn't organized, and I feel like everyone that went to this should get something. A free album, you know, some kind of discount, something. It just was not organized the way it should have been. Fans shouldn't be treated that way. Fans shouldn't have to wait for hours on end, even if it's a free event. You should have water for everybody so you didn't have people passing out. You shouldn't take people's phones away. You know, what if there's an emergency? Either way, people were still breaking the phone pouches, either ripping them apart or cutting them with their keys. It was going to get leaked regardless, because that's what young people do. We want to show people who we're seeing because we're excited. So I don't know if Nicki's camp is going to see this. I don't know if One Iota is going to see this. All I know is get off your high horses and be more organized and treat the fans respect like how they deserve to be treated. Because no one deserves to be treated that way. So the rant is over. I know you might have to watch it a few times because I'm just angry. The words aren't coming out the way that I want it to, but this is just how I feel. You know, people should realize that it's good to be on time. Yes, I understand that you've been in the game for a while, but that doesn't allow you to be late. Because Beyonce is legendary and she's never late. She's always on time. So, Nicki, why don't you call your friend B and get some advice from her? Because I don't know if this breakdown that you're having is some kind of Mariah Carey glitter moment or what, but making the fans suffer like this isn't worth it. The only thing that made me not as mad was because she did do Barbie Dreams and Fifi. So, you know, I got my life with that, but still, we shouldn't have been treated that way. That's all I gotta say. Have a good one.